Christmas lights are on, and hey guys, Chris Cap, not festive enough. Oh, wow. Hey guys, Chris Captures here, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since I did a proper, fully set up video like this, so I'm glad to be back. Today's video is going to be a very different one, but is very on theme for the season. Today we will be running down some amazing gift ideas for any manga or anime fan in your life. Here in my trusty notebook I've written down some great ideas for the special anime or manga lover in your life that you can buy them this holiday or even birthdays in future. This works all year round, but it's especially potent right now because it is Christmas. This video should have came out already, but you know, we're all last minute shoppers, so definitely not missed the boat. We all know sometimes if you're not into this certain category, it is difficult to buy for people, but I'm here to make it easier for you guys. Today I've got 5 categories on the list, and I've also got one honourable mention bonus item at the end of the video, so make sure you stick around for that because that is, ooh, that's the good one. Okay, so the first category, and probably the most obvious one if they are a manga fan, but if they're an anime fan as well, this works just as well. Buy the manga. If they haven't already, get them to write a list of what they've already got or a wish list of things that they do want, so that way whenever they buy stuff for themselves they can update the lists. You guys always know what they've got in the collection so you don't double up or buy them something they've already got. It's a great way. I do it myself so that people can buy me gifts of stuff that I really want, and you don't also have to ask them for the specific one, so it can still be a surprise. So like I said, if they are a manga fan, this is a no-brainer. Obviously they want manga for the collection, but if they're an anime fan, chances are either they want to dive into manga to see where their favourite shows came from, or it's just something they haven't got round to yet. I'm sure they will love it because it gives them that little physical part of their favourite show. If you don't think they're going to be interested in reading it as such, but they want it as a collectible, why not try and get the original Japanese release of their favourite anime? For me, this is a grail piece. Having volume 1 of Demon Slayer in Japanese is great. It goes on my shelf. It's just a statement piece. This is such a great thing to have on the shelves next to your collectibles, next to all the other stuff. If you don't want to read it necessarily, definitely try and seek out a Japanese copy. It will blow their minds. Category number 2, I'm going to say figures and statues. As you can see from the shelves behind me, I have a wide range of Funko Pops, gotcha figures, action figures, anything that fits in with my favourite anime or manga. If you know who their favourite character is, the best gift that you can get them is a statue or an action figure of their favourite character. They can put it on the shelves alongside the manga or next to their DVDs or whatever they have of their favourite series. It's a great way of showing their personality on the shelves and everything like that. It feels so good. There's also come in every price range as well, so you can go with like a £10 Funko Pop, or you could go with a slightly more expensive, say, pop-up parade figure. Here in the UK, places like Mankind, Waterstones now stock them. Loads of places carry great figures at a budget or even more expensive ones. Or if you can, go online, buy them from retailers, and you can probably get the bigger, more extravagant statues. If you're really loaded, why not get some of the huge, gorgeous ones, which are like this big, £300 plus, imported from Japan or something. If you really want, if that's your budget, go ahead. Obviously then you do need more than just a bookshelf to stand it on, but you know what I mean. If you do you. Personally, for me, Funko Pops are the perfect size to put on my shelves. I also love collecting Funko Pops, so it's the perfect hybrid for anime and manga and Funko Pop collecting. I do want to get more action figures in the future as well, so fingers crossed underneath the tree this year. Moving on from figures and statues, category 3 is general collectibles. This could include wall scrolls if they like them. Japanese culture loves clear files, key rings, stuff like that. Any small little collectible like that will go a great way to build in their collection. It's not just that though, you can have collectible art books. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure has great ones, and they are currently being re-released in English finally as well. Stuff like Demon Slayer have got new art books coming out. Naruto and all those big ones have got loads from the past. If your partner or loved one or whoever you are buying gifts for is a big Studio Ghibli fan, they have the most gorgeous collector's edition art books, and ooh, they are coffee table books. They are not just like to be put in your little nerd room. They are pride and place in the house. They are whoo! You often find they have like behind the scenes, like first sketches of characters and stuff like that, and then like the final development, different costume designs and stuff like that. It's such a great insight into the behind the scenes of their favourite series. I have a Japanese One Piece one here. This shows loads of concept art and alternate artworks from the backs of books from the East Blue Saga. This is pride of place in my collection. It's such a good book. Also, it's great to see some of your favourite characters come to life in colour as well. If they are a manga reader, we often just see them in black and white. Art books, a great addition to the collectibles. This can even stretch to things like art prints or stuff like that. If you know a talented artist, get them to draw their favourite character in a different style, or maybe get someone who does creative art pieces that you could sneak around the house that like are secretly nerdy but not a lot of people will pick up on, so it just looks like a nice art piece. Collectibles span such a wide range, you could go on forever listing things, but they are so great. Okay, so category 4 is an interesting one. I've put video games. Most of the biggest selling anime and manga series have got amazing video games attached to them. Dragon Ball Z has infinite amount of games. Naruto, infinite amount of games. One Piece has got games. Demon Slayer now has games. Literally every big series has got some sort of video game tie-in. This will be a double whammy, especially if they are into retro games, because a lot of these games will have come out in the early 2000s as well, so you could get them like whatever game they grew up playing. It's a nostalgia hit and it's part of their favourite franchise as well. It's so good. Also, if they have those consoles, they can replay their favourite games from childhood, because I bet you a lot of them won't have those games right now. This is not anime, but this is Kingdom Hearts on the PlayStation 2 that my friend bought back from Japan for me, and this is honestly one of the best gifts I have ever received. One of my favourite games of all time. I do have a PlayStation 2 somewhere. I don't know if it still works, but this is a collection piece. It's even better if they can play the game, so if you fancy picking them up at a retro console as well for Christmas or birthdays, like I said, all the big franchises have got games. There's incredible ones out there. Or they could just keep it as a display piece in their shelf of curiosity for whatever series they love. Also, it's a great time for you to get involved if they get like a 2-player fighting game, which is most anime and manga games. So, you know, go head to head on Christmas Day. It's going to be really fun. Get now involved. So the last main category in my notebook is one that you've seen me discuss on the channel a lot. It is clothing and apparel. There is no greater pride for an anime and manga fan as to wear their favourite series on their body, adorn it in the streets, let everybody know loud and proud that you love your favourite series. This is the best time for anime and manga apparel. You now have high street brands getting involved. Places like Pull & Bear, H&M, loads of different high street brands, Uniqlo. Everyone collabs with anime nowadays, so there's loads of affordable high street fashion out there which is also anime and manga themed. You've seen me on the channel opening clothing from different companies many times in the past. I love it, especially if you can get really good quality stuff. It's amazing. There's loads of third party, more creative outlets out there for apparel as well. If you get one that's part of a limited time drop, you know it's going to be great quality. One of my best friends got a hoodie from Katie's, and it's honestly one of the best quality feeling hoodies that I've ever seen. It's also got beautiful embroidery on the chest and on the sleeve. It looks great, it feels great, it's going to last a long time, and it's part of a limited drop as well, so it's kind of collectible. With companies like that though, you need to stay tuned with notifications on or sign up to a mailing list, because they are limited time drops, so you need to sign up ahead of time, so make sure that you don't miss out on it, obviously. Just a quick little note while editing, be careful with some of the third-party clothing brands. Most of them you're probably perfectly fine with, but some of them are quite predatory. I've had my card details stolen from one in the past, and it's one that actually comes up as like the first or second suggestion on Google when you search for anime merchandise clothing in the UK. So be careful. I don't want to name names on here and get into all that sort of stuff, but if you want, message me privately and I'll tell you the entire story. Just be careful, do your research. That's all I'm saying. But that's not to say that the high street ones aren't just as good. I've had some great stuff from there. And also, you can get seasonal themed stuff as well. This is Star Wars, but they have it out there for Naruto and stuff like that. But for me, being able to walk out, go to work, and I'm wearing like a Demon Slayer t-shirt or something like that, and there's that one person in the office that you don't really talk to, and they start a conversation because they love the series as well. Also, like when you're in like your comic book manga store and you're picking up your favorite volumes or a new figure or something, and someone that you don't know is like, hey mate, that is a sick t-shirt. Honestly, your nerd cred goes up. you feel great. So that is everything for the 5 categories that I had on the list. But what is the one honourable mention? Well, if you like and subscribe right now, I will tell you. The last and the probably most important one for me is your time. It sounds like a cop-out. You're not actually getting someone a gift, but you could make it into a gift. You could give them a coupon like, I owe you 1 binge watch of an anime or something. Like, give them your time. Try and engage with them. If you guys are clearly watching this video because you're not that knowledgeable on anime or manga, so you don't know what to buy them, maybe try and get more knowledgeable on that subject. I'm not saying like you have to just decide to start loving it, but give it a try. Say, hey, what's your favourite series? I'll watch a few episodes with you. That will mean so much to have a special someone to them watching one of their favourite things. Engaging with them and spending your time with them is honestly one of the best gifts that you can give them. Say their favourite series is Demon Slayer, like one of my favourite series is. If somebody came to me and said, hey, like, I'll watch the first 3 episodes of Demon Slayer with you, see if I like it. That is, it just makes me feel so good. I've got so many friends now coming into anime because I think I've just talked them to death about it so much that they're now intrigued about it. And spending time watching anime with my friends is honestly some of the best time that I ever have. Or if they are into the manga side, ask them what their favourite series is and say, okay, I'll read volume 1 or at least give it a couple of chapters and see if you like it. Anime and manga is that broad. I'm sure there will be a series for you, and your special someone should hopefully be able to find one that aligns to you. So why not just give it a try? You give them a coupon like in the stocking or something like, I owe you 1 Studio Ghibli film, or I owe you 5 episodes of Hunter x Hunter. It'll only take a couple hours out of one afternoon, but trust me, that person will remember that for a lot longer. So there you go, that is the final cheesy honourable mention for me, but I think that is probably the best gift that you could give them. So thank you for watching, guys. I hope you find this video really interesting and insightful and useful. I know there's plenty of people out there that need this. When I don't know anything about a certain subject, I always go onto Google and ask best gifts for mum who likes candles and crafting. Don't get stuck for presents this holiday season, and I wish you the best of luck. Make sure to hit like if this video helped you, subscribe to the channel for more in future. I will hopefully make plenty more interesting, insightful videos in the future, so stick around, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Happy holidays.